So, ahora tu position is there, sacar y vamos a ello, ¿no? Cerrado. Ah, ya. Bueno. Sí, la bandera. Ok, ya. Sí, sí. Ah, sí, perfecto. Sí, sí. Ah, ya. Festival. Oh, güzel. Festival. Yeah.
The different.
Oh, festival.
Hello. Very good to see you.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thanks for coming. Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah. Hello.
Taşdele.
Yeah. How are you? Thank you. So it's time to
present.
yeah.
They're ready.
Oi. Just stille. Ja. Just stille. 아, 좀. 안 시네. 나와. 저도 단절기 약간 미시장하게 알아봐. 단단히 잉글리즈네 갈래카스나 아니 가와이 거야.
아야,
어디 놀라?
这现在给我去了，像我用土那种，我就从头现在就把。
아,这。
主播的现在上一点一分没得上去。
알았어.
빼야不成，稍微빼야不成熟。
완성을 투표하셔. 랑가까지 되니. Thank you. Now let's. 다들 일단 한국.
한국의 시대.
그러다 Peace-Tibet 이제 한국 시대가 천전으로 봐. 네 인도가는 안저 담배중에 돈도 지선 다시 개그리. 아. Tibetan Peace-Tibet 단다 고르교구나. 다 시대게 아니 고르교인 시거로 봐. 전면이 와야지도. 이 인도가 다 시대게 도안에 자대 시대제 그런 게 승전도 상말로 오네. 그 계급 아니 그다 약간 신기 된다세야 체도 그 계급 준비기 계달 아니 저돌라 케제 다 유럽 계가 숨지단 말로 거기 있어 와. 시도기 랭귀지. 아. 그래 안돼 최매 그거 봐. 만족이 된다세야데 아니 다 드면 빠지. 안돼 나구나 때데도 나구 나견다 말이데 딜했다. 그래서 나구 하데 버데 것도 최매 빠지. 아니 유럽 야가 순주탄 바 청매기 캔트야다 안젤라 갑조라야 근데 미교로 제제 그래서 되지 그래서 아야
여자
그게 있다
완전 정말 구조가 되게 완전
백 Yana shunza peki da ani nganzu pepa tsangma.
Today is Wednesday. We call it Haka, White Wednesday. And every Wednesday, some of us, we come here outside Chinese embassy just to remind them that we exist, that our struggle is still alive. So today is a special Haka. We had a special guest with a special message. And I would invite first Ricky Highchamber, trustee of Tibet Society, to introduce our new friends who are here with a mission.
Thank you. Well, it's a privilege on behalf of the Tibetan Society to welcome the Ven Thupten Wangchen, his colleagues Paul and Tabia. I've been fortunate enough to meet with him before, but I really think it's important that the community realizes and remembers that it's the only diaspora in the world that has established its own democratic institutions. And it's a remarkable achievement, and it certainly puts it way ahead of the Chinese.
Thank you, Ricky. Now we'll start our session with a 1 minute silence for all those Tibetan freedom fighters who gave their life for the love of Tibet, and all 154 Tibetans who committed self-immolation with a universal cry of freedom for Tibet and return of His Holiness the Dalai. Let's make 1 minute respect. Thank you. Next, we're going to have a Tibetan national anthem right in front of Chinese embassy. Sambela, Tibetan national anthem. Gozo. Now next I'll request Kusho Wanchela to recite words of truth.
냠존 로라 보치 따라공백 되섬대시 세단 로마제 다게 댐베맹아 대공시 시시도세 용자도베데 잠리양베 펜데베도제 댄쟁개단도베게워나마 처저남제자와 배와
Thank you very much, Kushula. Now, as we all know, Kushwangala, Paul and Kavya from Kazadil, Tibet, Barcelona, they have started a mission to tour 30 different countries in Europe with a message of peace. Peace is the only way, dialogue is the only way to resolve Tibet crisis. So I would like to request Kushala to address the crowd.
Okay, so Tashi Delek, and good evening to everybody. Ricky, Elena, and also Dalai and all Tibetan communities here, and Kungala from Office of Tibet, all brothers and sisters who are here. Today is a special Wednesday Hagar. Of course, in London, we can see every Wednesday few Tibetans here, especially Ingela, always here. I want to say thank you for Ingyen and also some friends of Tibet, always here in front of Chinese embassy for calling and remembering the suffering of Tibetan people inside Tibet. Now, I arrived yesterday in London, not as a tourist, bringing some message of peace, of dialogue. And the event or activities, what I decided is called the Dialogue for Peace. As we know that Tibetan people, we suffer 60 years of repression and occupation of Chinese government, which caused more than 1.2 million Tibetans killed and died. And still, within 60 years, there's no any improvement and changes. There's no human right in Tibet. There's no freedom of education, freedom of religion, freedom of movement, and destruction of ecology and environment is getting worse and worse every year within 60 years. Though 60 years passed, but United Nations and international community keep silence. And we Tibetans are suffering inside Tibet. Not only Tibetans suffering, what is happening in Uyghur Muslim Chinese suffering, what they are doing in Hong Kong these days, and also brothers and sisters of Taiwan. We all are suffering, but United Nations keeps silence because of Chinese business and the power of economic, and every country makes more silence not to speak out the right and freedom of the peoples. We Tibetans are not against the Chinese people, Chinese public. We are not really happy what Chinese government, the President Xi Jinping, as an emperor, new emperor of Xi Jinping. Xi Jinping has to change and open his heart, open his mind. The world is not stupid. We know what Chinese government is doing, not only for Tibetans and the Uyghurs in Taiwan and Hong Kong. That China wants to become the owner of the world. The Chinese, they dictate what to do and what not to do in the world. Already from China to Lhasa, they made a train, highest train in the world, in the name of development and helping progress Tibet. But that train is not for Tibetans. That train is for own Chinese people to colonize more Chinese people to Tibet. They made a road. They built a high buildings in Tibet, not for Tibetans, for the own Chinese people to bring into Tibet and repression to the Tibetan people. We Tibetans are peaceful, peace-loving people, and we want live in peace inside Tibet. we Tibetans are not violence. We are followers of Mahatma Gandhi, Ahimsa, and we are followers of Dalai Lama. His Holiness Dalai Lama teaches us all the time, yes, be good person, be good heart, and really live together in peaceful world. And even if we cannot help, don't harm to anyone. So we Tibetans are not harming to any Chinese people. As you know, till today, yeah, there are different numbers, 153, 154, nearly 160 Tibetans, brothers and sisters, self-immolated for our right, for our freedom. But United Nations and whole world is silence. Nobody have enough courage to speak out. 153 Tibetans are not animals. They are not mosquitoes. They are human beings. But silence is very dangerous. And today, my Europe tour for 30 years is what? Especially to urge and appeal to the all politicians and member of parliaments and Tibet supporters. Please help us and support to begin again the negotiation, dialogue between Dalai Lama's delegation and the Chinese government to resolve the problem of 6 million Tibetans inside Tibet. Better for the Chinese people and better for the Tibetan people. We want to live in peace, harmony, and respect the environment and nature of Tibetan plateau. The mountains are exploiting by the Chinese, looking for mines. And the rivers are contaminating and polluting. And what is happening? Climate change. Really, the Tibet became third pole. And Tibetan people, we are not against Chinese brothers and sisters. And but we are not agree with the Chinese government, what they are doing, not only for Tibetans, for our brothers in Inner Mongolia, Uyghurs, and Taiwan, and Hong Kong. We are all brothers, sisters. We are asking for more freedoms. Let us live in peace, yeah, and respect the Mother Earth, and let to preserve our identity and our culture, our language, and our philosophy. But Chinese government, really, they have many other policies, and not positive policies. The policies are to what? To manipulate the world. For example, like Confucian Institute, making whole world what? To the university students are the future of the country, and to manipulate and give them more education about the communist regime and communist way of thinking, and spying what they are doing. And also one belt and one road to control the whole European countries. And many countries are signing with China. So be careful, open your mind, open your heart, and check what happened to Tibet. Chinese, 60 years ago, yeah, they invaded. Before that, 10 years before they enter into Tibet in the name of support and helping and progress in Tibet. Then after what happened, they bring more tanks and military trucks to Tibet and they invaded Tibet. Now Tibet is no any longer for the Tibetans. In history, Tibet was never part of China. Tibet, till 1959, we have our own government in Tibet. We have own currency, stamps. We have our Tibetan national flag in Tibet. Since 59 till now, it's prohibited. Yes, even the Tibetan flag. We cannot sing Tibetan national anthem. We cannot use our currency of Tibetan national currencies. Now we are obliged to use yuan, Chinese money, inside Tibet. And they are talking about freedom of religion. Where's the religion freedom? No. In China, many Catholic priests are in prison. Many Muslim practitioners are in prison. And many Tibetan lamas, monks and nuns are in prison. And the Dalai Lama photo is prohibited inside Tibet. And then where is the freedom of religion? Can we imagine? And also now Chinese government is interfering about the reincarnation of Dalai Lama. They want to control. They want to find Dalai Lama reincarnation in the future. How we can believe one communist China who doesn't believe reincarnation? So they want to also manipulate Tibetan religion, Tibetan traditional of looking for reincarnation. But they will not success. Of course, the reincarnation is something what we Buddhist traditional we have to decide. Dalai Lama will never be born in China under Chinese control. Dalai Lama have a freedom to choose his rebirth, his reincarnation. So don't worry, Chinese government, okay? You will not get a reincarnation of Dalai Lama. Though His Holiness is 84 years old, but he will remain 110, 111, 113 years with us. Don't worry too much, Chinese government. And worry about your government. Communist China, Xi Jinping, your power won't last forever. Can you imagine? Everything is impermanence. Yes, what country remains communist in this world? No, only North Korea and you, China, Xi Jinping. Your own Chinese people will, yes, give you a lesson to change your power. Now, what Hong Kong is starting. Yes, we look for democracy. We look for, yes, work for more freedom and more justice and more human rights. We stand with Hong Kong people. Tibetan, we stand with Uyghur brothers, sisters, and also we stand with Taiwans. And similarly, Taiwan, Uyghur, and Hong Kong will stand with Tibetans and Tibetan people. And also, Chinese government, yes, you have a power because economic influences in the world. Economic won't last forever too. Yes, constantly it's changing. Remember the nature of impermanence. President Xi Jinping, better you open dialogue with Dalai Lama's delegation, better for Tibetans and better for Chinese people. This is what we really want to ask. So I decided to travel 30 European countries, meeting with MPs and politicians. We are now today in front of Chinese embassy in London. This is my 5th country. I started from Spain, Barcelona and Madrid, and we had a, yes, media coverage and MP meetings, receptions. And second country, I went to Portugal. Also, we had a good media coverage, and even the American embassy received us, and we had a long dialogue between American embassy and myself. And also I was in Andorra. We had a television interview and also press coverage, and many mayors of the country received us. I was also in Madrid, also member of parliament, received us. And I went to Chinese embassy and Madrid embassy to Chinese embassy, and yesterday to the Paris Chinese embassy to deliver a peace appeal, peace letter to them. Please accept our peace message. We are not against you. We didn't come to against you and manifest it, but we are here to share the peace message with the Chinese embassy to resolve again, reopen the dialogue between the Chinese government and His Holiness Dalai Lama's delegation. But Chinese embassies, they are not enough courage to receive me, but we deliver a message in the letter boxes. Hopefully they receive and read my message. And today we are here also deliver to the Chinese embassy in London our peace message. Whether you receive me face to face or not, hopefully you will get the message. And please read carefully. We are not asking separation from you. We are not asking independence from China. Of course, Tibet is an independent country. We have a long history of Tibetan belongs to Tibet. We have a long history of Tibetans. Tibet was never a part of China in history. But 60 years we were under Chinese regime, Chinese government. So we are not asking for your separation or independence. We really asking for your Chinese government genuine autonomous from China, where Tibetan people can live peacefully to preserve our culture, our identity, and freedom of speech, freedom of education, freedom of movement, and protecting our environment and the life of Tibetan nomadic lives. Therefore, I and my colleague here, we are traveling in each and every Chinese embassy. We are going to go and deliver this peace letter to you and open it, President Xi Jinping. And it's urgency that dialects should be resumed again for betterment of Tibetan, 6 million Tibetans inside Tibet, and also the Chinese people. We really want this to appeal and to support whole 30 European countries, the member of parliament and governments and the politicians to support us, Tibetan, to have a as soon as possible dialogue to resolve, to find the real solution and seize the problem and suffering of Tibetan people. So I want to say thank you everyone of you who attend here, who join me as a solidarity, and this is a 5th country, but still I have 25 countries to go, and doesn't matter. We will go. We will meet with different politicians, and we will share the same message. We don't use violence. We don't use any kind of different method. Our weapons is truth, non-violence, and peaceful. So this will remain. Just now, I saw Mahatma Gandhi in Nelson Mandela in front of a parliament in London. I got a picture with Nelson Mandela and Mahatma Gandhi. So still, non-violence, ahimsa, message is with me. So thank you very much, all Tibetan brothers, sisters, and all British really friends, so long time, friends of Tibet. We need you more than ever. Really, 60 years is a not short time. 60 years is quite a long in one life, in human life. So, still the problem of Tibetans is going on. So hopefully, His Holiness Dalai Lama may return soon to Tibet. This is the wishes of 6 million Tibetans. And then, yes, we Tibetans can go back to our country and share the peace of message to the world. And our message of non-violence by Buddhist philosophy to make world more peaceful, more harmony, and less war, destruction, and bloodshed in this world. So I'm going to end my speech with thanking to the Tibetan community in Great Britain and Office of Tibet, and also all SFT and Free Tibet and Tibet Society and individual people who supporting peaceful, loving people and peaceful, loving country of Tibet. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best, and may His Holiness Dalai Lama live long for the sake of world peace and peace in Tibet. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Javier, en el coche ahí tengo cartas en el frente. So, I think now the program here in Hagar is important program every week. This was initiated from Tibetans inside Tibet, yes, and then slowly come up this campaign to India, and now in Europe, in America, they're doing. Even in Barcelona, we did many years, every Hagar, yes, doing. Now, but due to some circumstances, the Catalonia, the problems, so we have, temporarily we have stopped Hagar in Barcelona because we don't want to mix the things, yes, but we will do again whenever is the situation better. And then, so now Like today, I wish to urge you also, all the Tibetan and friends of Tibet, in the future, Lagar here, not only Tenzin Ignan here, but more and more people. If you can join, I will be happy and more than happy. Okay? So this is something like, yes, Lagar, speaking Tibetans, dressing Tibetans, and also singing Tibetans, gathering Tibetan way, eating Tibetan food. That's great, once a week. So I really want to say thank you. And now we are going to deliver a peace letter to the Chinese embassy.
Oh, thank you so much, Kushala, for your speech. It was very encouraging, empowering, informative, and we are with you. So next, as Gisela mentioned, he's going to deliver a peace letter. So I would like to request Ricky High-Temple from Tibet Society, and Elena from Pre-Tibet, and Dalai from TCB, and Thupten from SFT to join Gisela and deliver a peace letter to Chinese embassy.
Hello. Now we have to deliver a peace message to the Chinese embassy. Nothing violence and nothing. The letter is a peace message, a dialogue for peace between Dalai Lama delegation and the Chinese President Xi Jinping. That's just nothing special, yes? No, I want to deliver in the mailbox.
Stick it in the mailbox, we'll come to you. But we're not allowed to take anything by hand at all.
No, this is nothing. Inside is only peace message.
There's no
stamp on it.
There's no mailbox here at all. So,
Can you imagine that the mailboxes here, we know. Now we are here and just handling this, you know.
there's no mailbox. There's no mailbox.
No, you can just go under what I'm doing.
If you want to put it under the door, you'll have to wait till we go because we're not.
Yeah?
That's right. You just said what my colleague just told you.
Well, we are in England. It's a democracy country. You respect tolerance and also.
Put it on a stamp.
Yeah.
Put it in the mailbox.
If you put it in the mailbox, if you put a stamp on it, put it in the mailbox, it will come to the embassy.
Yeah.
And I've got to read it.
No, okay. If we put in the mailbox, we don't have to come here. You know. This is understandable. We can send this from any other countries. We can send mailbox.
We're not allowed to take anything like that. Sorry. We're not allowed to.
You are not allowed.
No, we're not allowed.
From the British Constitution or Chinese order.
Well, it's standard in our security. It's standard in our security that you do not take anything by hand.
Security, there's nothing security. You can just a letter.
Doesn't matter. Put a stamp on it. Put it in the mailbox.
Sorry about that, but we can't accept that.
No, you ain't putting it between those doors. No, you're not putting it between those doors.
Under the door, it doesn't say
No,
anywhere.
no.
There is a site.
I don't know. I have been to Portugal, Spain, and Paris yesterday. I can put it in a letterbox. Why not in London?
I don't know, we don't make the rules, we just told we can't accept it.
I know you are doing your responsibility, but difficult to understand.
Right? No, you do not. You put it in the letterbox. Listen, you put it in the letterbox.
If it's to put in the letterbox, we would have done.
Oh, there you go. You don't put it in there.
We go okay. Try from there. Okay, that is. No. Window. They're open, yeah. They're closed. There's no one. That window. Then oh, hey, nothing. Yeah, like this.
Excuse me, thank you. Excuse me, out of the way, excuse me.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be putting it there. There you go, take it. You're not, we just told you round there, you're not supposed to.
Uh-huh.
You heard that?
Yeah, we heard.
Put a stamp on it and put it in the mailbox and it will arrive, all right?
Okay. Yeah. You are doing your
That's
job.
correct, I'm doing my job. Put a stamp on it, put it in the mailbox and then it will arrive.
So this we know. We know that, but we try to deliver it more quick.
You can deliver later. Every embassy. Why China is different?
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue with you, sir. So if you want to argue, I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah, we are not arguing. We are just doing our job. So.
And I'm doing my job, and I am doing my job as well. And I just told you, put a stamp on it, put it in the mailbox.
We can put everything, but we need to deliver to embassy.
We all know how it's hard when
We are doing the orders.
China is afraid of just one letter.
Just like that much big country, you will know.
인다, 쟁에 쏨.